67892.
Around the rough and rugged rock, the Ragged Rascals waiting on the 11 p.m. advisory.
Live from the studios of NBC 12 and ABC 25, this is First Coast News at 11.
And right now at 11, I do want to let you know that we just found out that the First Coast is now under a hurricane watch. Hurricane Irma is about 600 miles away from the First Coast, and tonight the governor is asking for 1,000 nurses to help at special needs shelters.
So here's the latest information for you to know right now. Hurricane Irma just became a Category 5 moments ago. It re-intensified.
And we've learned 5.6 million people have been asked to evacuate Florida.
Also tonight, at least 22 people have died from the storm's assault on the Caribbean. And we want to get straight to storm expert Tim Deegan for the latest track, which just came out from the National Hurricane Center. Tim, what does this mean for us?
Thank you, Heather and Anthony. Indeed, just now came out, a hurricane watch has been issued through Fernandina. Now, I want to emphasize this doesn't change our forecast. We're going to talk about our local impacts. This is what we've all been preparing for. Now, remember, a hurricane watch means the potential for hurricane conditions from storm conditions that will develop in 48 hours, meaning since the hurricane watch just came out, the delay, the onset of tropical storm force winds are now not expected until even later on Sunday. We'll get to that in a moment. First of all, let's go back to this incredibly powerful hurricane. Since 8 p.m., you can clearly see here the southwestern, almost one half of the eye wall has been on the coast of Cuba, slamming them, and yet it has intensified slightly as a Category 5. Just incredible. I think it talks about not only the vertical organization to the system, but how warm the waters are. And if there's such a thing as a warmer place, it is the Straits of Florida right here, and that's eventually where the eye is going to go. So what the National Hurricane Center's thinking is, despite the fact now, obviously, the eye wall is on the coast and probably will be for much of tonight until it pivots to the north, this hurricane will still be a catastrophic hurricane when it makes landfall. Maybe not technically as a 5, but 4 is catastrophic as it goes over the Keys and then catches Naples not only with the winds of 1, if not 160 with gusts to 200, but winds of 155 and nearly 200, but also with an 8 to 12 foot storm surge. When I say Naples and surrounding areas, and Fort Myers catches those big winds, then both because of land interaction and the front and wind shear. The eye wall collapses and we see a very quick weakening of this system. More of that in a moment, but let's put it all together. I do want to say one more thing. Remember, the cone of uncertainty is not where the damage is going to be. It's where the lowest pressure will go. As this becomes a tropical storm, don't think that the Carolinas are out of the bad weather. Actually, once this system weakens this much, the worst of the weather will head up I-95. So again, if you're making evacuation plans tomorrow, still think west instead of up I-95. Okay, what about here on the First Coast? These are going to be updated because they just came through, and we have to wait actually for the information to go from the National Hurricane Center to the local offices, but I can tell you the hurricane watch goes now to Fernandina. Again, that was actually expected earlier in the day, so that's not some sudden news that should keep you up tonight all day, all night. All day tomorrow, we're fine except for the nor'easter. Then Sunday, conditions begin to go downhill. I'm going to focus on where the track is, farther out to the west. So west of Highway 301, gusts to over 65 on Sunday night and Monday. That's how we've had it. Rainfall totals of 4 to 7. And actually, my greatest concern for you will be some tornadoes. I'll take you beyond areas west of Highway 301, back east of Highway 301 in just a few moments.
All right, Tim, thank you for getting that latest information for us tonight. Well, I know a lot of you have been asking about evacuation zones, so I want to break down those evacuations for you county by county. Let's start in Duval, mandatory evacuations for zones A and B and in all low-lying areas and also those in mobile homes. That goes into effect at 6 tomorrow night. In St. Johns County, zones A and B are required to leave starting at 6 tomorrow morning. That's the entire city of St. Augustine and also the town of Hastings. Then in Nassau County, zones A, C, and F are required to leave now. Also, all of Glenn County, Georgia is required to leave. And then in Clay County, you have zones A, B, and C, which are areas near the St. Johns River, Doctors Lake, and Black Creek are required to leave.
A gas shortage in Callahan was announced earlier this afternoon. Callahan's mayor said that all gas stations in the city were without gas and that they wouldn't have fuel available until next Tuesday. On Your Side's Julia Janae went to Callahan today. She joins us live tonight from what has become a very busy gas station that just got a new shipment of fuel. Julia?
That's right, Heather. I'm at the Flash Foods on State Road 15, Old Dixie Highway in Callahan. They do have gas. They say they just got a shipment in today. Why that's so important here is because, especially for all mobile homes in Nassau County right now, they are under an evacuation notice, mandatory evacuation that started at 6 p.m. You can see people here who appear to be evacuating, but this entire gas station has been nonstop, especially because just down the street, there are other stations that have been completely out all day. Now, people, of course, are dealing with this fuel issue across the state, and Governor Rick Scott addressed it. He said that it's not that there's a supply problem. He says that this is a transportation problem. There's been an issue getting gas to the pumps. And here in Callahan, employees like Amanda George say that they are still waiting on shipments, and they say it's hard to keep turning people away.
I like it. I don't like it at all, and I know everybody that comes in here, so that even makes it harder. I've seen many travelers coming through. Many. A lot of new faces. The last shipment ran a couple days late, so we don't know at this point.
Now, if you are trying to find gas, there is an app that we recommend you download. It's called Gas Buddy, and it's pretty easy to type in your location and find the various locations that still have gas. This is a real-time updated app. So Gas Buddy, it's an app, and it's also something that you can access on your computer. We also have a link to it on our website at firstcoastnews.com. Here at this gas station, they say they'll have this supply through noon tomorrow, but a lot of the gas stations we've talked to say they plan to be closed on Sunday and don't expect to reopen until early next week. For now, reporting live from Nassau County, Julia Janae, First Coast News on your side.
Julia, thank you. Jacksonville International Airport plans to cancel all flights this weekend due to Irma. The last planes will take off tomorrow at 7 p.m. So far, there's no word yet when flights will resume. Be sure and check with your airline.
Well, parents, if your kids get sick during or after Hurricane Irma, Nemours is now offering free access to board-certified pediatricians through your smartphone, your tablet, or the internet. This complimentary telehealth video visits began this afternoon. They're available to families anywhere in the state of Florida. So you download the Nemours Care Connect app and enter the coupon code IRMA to have the service charge waived, or you can visit nemourscareconnect.com. And we have all that information posted on firstcoastnews.com. Just look for this story.
Well, you may remember this scene during Hurricane Matthew in St. Augustine. Flood waters rushed into all 7 of the city's historic districts. Our Brittany Dion spoke with the parents of triplets who have decided to ride out the storm this time, and they say they feel safer in their own home.
The buildings are boarded up. The water is already starting to stand here in the flood-prone downtown St. Augustine. A lot of families have packed up their bags, planning to head out of town. But we spoke to one family today who says they're going to ride it out. The whistle of the wind almost feels like a warning of what's to come. Hurricane Irma expected to bring fierce wind and rain. St. Johns County officials have issued a mandatory evacuation order for anyone who lives in St. Augustine and Hastings. It begins Saturday morning.
Everyone who wants to follow the rules will be leaving at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning.
But the Kaminsky family who live in World Golf Village aren't following the rules. They say they feel safer at home.
And honestly, we didn't want to have to face the traffic of coming back into town. I-95 has been a nightmare the last couple of days going north. And we just decided we'd rather be safe at home.
The family of 5 say they are prepared to go without.
Are you concerned about the power outages or the water being cut off?
Not really, honestly. I mean, we have batteries and flashlights and all that. And honestly, we're kind of okay with it. My best friend lived in Haiti for 3 years, and we spent a lot of time there and have lived a lot without power. And so would honestly just rather be home, even if we don't have power, than be out and about.
For others planning to hunker down, they should plan to stay in as well. A curfew beginning Sunday night at 8 will be enforced. Reporting in St. Augustine, I'm Brittany Dion for First Coast News, on your side.
Thank you, Brittany. Well, we here at First Coast News are committed to help keeping you informed about Hurricane Irma because we want to keep you safe. And we have a phone bank. They've been answering your phone calls for hours today. So if you have a question about how to get prepared, what you need to be doing right now, give us a call, 904-632-1200. I want to go over a couple of the questions we've been being asked a lot. The first question is, what evacuation zone do I live in? We've heard a lot about mandatory evacuation orders. It's important that you know which zone you live in. And you can do that by going to firstcoastnews.com, just plugging in your address, and then you will see what zone you're in. You can also call them, and they will look it up for you. Now, another question that a lot of you want to know about is, what about trash pickup? It's a good idea to check with your city's Facebook page. It should be posted there. The city of Jacksonville, residents who live in Jacksonville, there will be no trash pickup on Monday, and the other schedules will be adjusted, moved back by 1 day. Also, people want to know about alcohol sales. Have they been banned? It depends where you live. Let's start with the city of Jacksonville. No bans are in place on the sale of alcohol. However, if you live out at the beaches, Neptune, Atlantic, and Jacksonville Beach are suspending alcohol sales. That will start at 6 o'clock tomorrow night until further notice. So we have a lot more information on our website, firstcoastnews.com, or you can give them a call, 632-1200. They'll be here until midnight tonight answering your questions.
All right, thank you, Heather, and we definitely thank them for answering the phones for us. Well, as we mentioned at the top of the newscast, mandatory evacuations are underway across the state, including parts of the First Coast. And if you need somewhere to go, here's a list of all the shelters open in our area. In Duval County, the following shelters are open for the general population. The Union County High School will be open as an emergency shelter starting Saturday at 6 p.m. That's over in Union County. Nassau County opened up 4 shelters tonight at 6 p.m. So there's a list on your screen. And in Putnam County, shelters will open at 1 p.m. Saturday. They are open at most elementary and middle schools. In St. Johns County, shelters will open at 6 tomorrow morning. And in Alachua County, the County Senior Center is opening as a special needs shelter. And in Clay County, these are the list of shelters. The one in Orange Park is allowing pets to stay. Now, if you missed any of this information, you can find it on our website, firstcoastnews.com. Also, pay attention to that scrolling red bar you see there at the bottom of your screen for more information.
As a lot of families are trying to leave town to avoid Irma, restoration crews are headed toward the storm. First Coast News' Hani Rodriguez is in Brunswick, Georgia, where she spoke to one family who evacuated from Central Florida, and she also caught up with some crews headed to help.
Several hotels in Brunswick are sold out for the night as more families keep coming up here from South Florida to escape Hurricane Irma. And something interesting that we found out is that there are several crews, actually, like these restoration crews that are going to be helping FPL. They're headed into Central and South Florida to help families there and help FPL restore power. So as many families are coming up to Brunswick and driving north, some crews are actually driving into harm's way.
We're just fortunate to find a room here for the evening.
This family from Central Florida tells me this is the first stop in their long trip as they continue heading north.
I've got little kids, family. If it was just me, I may stay, but got some young ones to look after.
Jerry, his wife, and 3 kids packed their bags and stuffed the trunk with food ahead of Hurricane Irma.
Just drive north because there's no driving south in Florida right now.
With the exception of people like this restoration crew from Virginia who are headed towards the storm, ready to restore power when needed.
Makes me feel awesome. Just that I get the opportunity to come help out.
Colby Lack says although this is the first time he'll experience a hurricane, he's ready to put in the work.
We're out here doing everything we can do, you know.
We're very grateful for that kind of support, especially where it's at that kind of puts it at a national level, at least regional area, and really appreciate the support coming down.
The crews from Virginia tell me they're headed towards Lake City Saturday and possibly even Orlando to alleviate and help FPL restore power after the storm hits. In Brunswick, I'm Hani Rodriguez, First Coast News, on your side.
And we are so grateful for all those crews who are going to help get our power back on.
About to say they are definitely some unsung heroes.
They sure are. You know, a lot of people think twice before going to work in conditions like this. So can you be fired for missing work during a storm? We're going to verify that coming up in just 2 minutes.
A popular question we've been getting in our newsroom. Plus, the happiest place on earth has announced how Irma is impacting its schedule. That's coming up next.
And Irma is forecast to become asymmetric by Monday. That means if you have plans to evacuate west of Tallahassee, you're okay. We'll talk about asymmetry in just a few minutes.
Well, Hurricane Irma has proved too much even for Disney World. Disney World in Orlando is shortening its hours for Saturday, and then on Sunday and Monday, the park will be closed altogether. A number of other amusement parks in Florida are adopting that same schedule, including Universal and Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay. Disney officials hope to return to business as usual by Tuesday. Well, Heather and I have both received questions from viewers asking if you can be fired for not going to work during Hurricane Irma.
Yeah, so some of you have told us that you wanted to evacuate, but that your employer is requiring you to work. So we set out to verify if you can legally be fired for choosing not to go to work.
Since it's close to the end of the year, a lot of workers have already used their vacation time, and some people don't even have sick days left. But what if you simply felt like it wasn't safe to go into work during severe weather? Could you be fired? Well, I talked to Atlanta attorney Brian Douglas, and he says in Georgia, it's pretty cut and dry. He says you can be fired for any reason, no matter how bizarre, other than discrimination. Here's some more details. When a state of emergency is declared, all governmental agencies are forced to close, but that mandate has no bearing on private businesses. So it's true, you can be fired in Georgia for not showing up to work during severe weather. But attorney Brian Douglas says there are recourses you can take. You can file a complaint with the Department of Labor, and in cases like Irma, a company would likely be penalized if they did fire employees for not showing up to work during severe weather, because that could fall under unfair labor practices. He also says the other recourse is you can sue, but most companies will follow those governmental recommendations during severe weather, so they don't expect this to be a major problem, but it was a top question being circulated on social media.
Just yesterday, Florida Governor Rick Scott encouraged businesses to work with their employees when it comes to their schedules. But there is no law here in Florida that prevents employers from firing you for not showing up to work during severe weather. So yes, you can be fired in Florida.
Well, we will be speaking with Jacksonville Mayor Lenny Curry on a special edition of Good Morning Jacksonville tomorrow morning. He will be talking about the city's plans when it comes to Hurricane Irma. You can catch that interview at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So take a look at your TV right now. What you're looking at is the list of iHeart radio stations where you will be able to hear First Coast News when the worst of the storm hits. This partnership is just another way First Coast News is on your side, and we are going to stay with you through this storm. Even if you lose power, you can still hear us on the radio, on Facebook, Twitter.
We will keep you covered.
We are trying to keep you covered in all kinds of different ways, including as far as just letting you sleep tonight. Nothing's going to sleep on us tonight. Actually, we're expecting the hurricane watch at 5 p.m., so I don't want you to think suddenly, oh my gosh, a hurricane watch is issued or something I should do. In fact, if anything, because technically a hurricane watch is issued, or the attempt is, 48 hours, not before the worst of the hurricane, but 48 hours before storm force conditions. Now think of that. That's normally when the bridges are closed. So what this is saying is, technically, we don't expect bridge closing winds until late Sunday night for Florida. And you folks in Georgia, not even under a hurricane watch yet. And maybe you won't be. We'll see. And we're not under any warnings yet. But certain hurricane watch implies exactly what it says. If for some reason you weren't watching, keep a close watch on it. I mentioned asymmetry. There's a lot of discussion about whether or not you should now go west to Tallahassee or beyond. And even the name superstorm, triple points. And why isn't, if the cone heading toward Atlanta, the worst weather after a while going to head up I-95? Let me see if I can be quick about it without getting too deep in the weeds, so to speak. So we talked about the two cold fronts on the way. The first cold front is why we're having the nor'easter. It's going to stall, and the hurricane will begin to push it back to the north. But then the second cold front comes in. Remember, I talked about the cold fronts because they really would be representations on the surface of a lot of things happening up instead of me going through an hour of meteorology. This caused the nor'easter. This will now lift to the north. This is the leading edge of shear. Shear tear hurricanes apart. So as Irma lifts to the north, not only will it weaken because it's going to be going over land, and yeah, sure, pulling in some warm water from the Gulf. But remember, hurricanes need to be vertically stacked. And this one is. There are winds at 30,000 feet of at least 50 to 60 miles per hour right along this front. And so as Irma heads to the west, in fact, at some point, the farther west Irma heads, the more the shear will tear it apart, even more than land. So it becomes an occlusion. So what? Well, the computer models, no matter how weak it becomes, and the forecast is for this part of Irma to have winds of only 30 miles an hour by the time it makes it to Atlanta, It just follows the low pressure point. Its job isn't to follow where the worst of the weather is. The worst of the weather with this occlusion, is what we call it, will go along the triple point. So right about the time it becomes a tropical storm, that's around somewhere between Gainesville and I-10. If you just think it's heading up I-75, then the worst of the weather will follow the triple point up I-95. I'm not saying that their weather will be anything like the weather down south, but if you're heading out of here to go to better weather, up I-95 will not be the way to go. In fact, it's also one of the reasons why initially there were some discrepancy between some of the computer models and the European model. Maybe I'll have time over the weekend to talk about that. This supports, I think, the idea that tropical storm force winds don't arrive until later. Now, this is for later Sunday and maybe not till Monday morning for those of you in southeastern Georgia. So with all that said, my increasing concern versus the relaxation of other concerns really is what I mean. Tornadoes for inland folks, for you folks west of Highway 301. I'm talking both Florida and Georgia. Out around the beaches, the greatest concern with the storm surge of 2 to 5 feet will be the high tide Sunday night at 11:55. So that'll be the one to watch, although all the high tides between now and then will have increasing problems. For Georgia, notice because of the westward motion, because of the decreasing intensity, we're dropping the storm surge for southeastern Georgia up in the estuaries from 10 feet down to 4 to 8. And notice here in northeastern Florida, still talking about winds enough for widespread wind damage and power outages, but now peaking those gusts at about 70. Increasingly, my concern, the heavy rains and the isolated tornadoes.
Tim, thank you. And here are tonight's Mega Millions winning numbers: 4, 73, 14, 26, 5. The Mega Ball is 14 and the Mega Plier is 3. Good luck.
From the Farrah and Farrah Sports Desk, it's First Coast Sports.
Hello, everybody. The Jacksonville Jaguars will kick off their season Sunday in Houston against the Texans. And tonight, we are continuing our Jaguars 10 to Watch series with a receiver who, when he's healthy, is one of the most prolific in the NFL.
You know, the first couple of years I was dealing with injuries that prevented me to be on the field, but now last year I had the opportunity to be out there. And this year I'm actually doing pretty well as far as staying healthy. mean, that's the biggest thing. Being able to be out there, made it possible for me to actually go out there and get the job done in the games. I don't know. I play all sports. Honestly. Yeah. My first sport was soccer. First sport ever for the first 4 years.
You strike me as a FIFA guy.
FIFA. I am terrible at video games.
Yeah.
To let you know that now. Not good at all. We go out there and work every day. So at the end of the day, based off the work that we put in this camp and these last couple of days, I feel very confident for us as well as have our business. We've brought some situation for ourselves, and I feel like we'll be able to get ourselves out.
The Jaguars and Texans kick off Sunday at 1. Also, FSU game Saturday canceled. Florida game Saturday canceled as well.